Alright. Hello fellow viewers and welcome back to yet another live stream. And it's yet another shiny only challenge live stream that I use or do on my Pokemon Ruby. My second Pokemon Ruby. As some of you may know, I have two Pokemon Ruby cartridges, authentic ones. And one is in French, the other one is in German. And last time we beat the this town's gym leader, and I forgot the English names town. Thing is with Pokemon towns, in every single language they're always different, which is, I don't know, that sometimes throws me off, to be honest. So yeah, after this town, I mean, you know what this town is if you've played the games. It's right next to, or south to Route 106. It's a neat little town. Reminds me of a, you know, the town in Gold and Silver, so in Johto, where you have to have the hidden machine whirlpool to get to. Kind of reminds me of that town, which I've also forgotten the name of, so maybe I have to look this up later. Oh well. So yeah, now after you've beaten this town's gym, what you have to do is you have to go to Granite Cave, which this is. While we're here, we could go and hunt for some shinies. What do you think? So what do you have? We have square timid Zubats, okay. A Makuhita, which is hardy, very early in. So that would be, since we're here, it's inside. So always when you use Sweet Scent and you're inside a cave, or the background of that animation when a Pokemon uses a HM move, or like a move like Secret Power, where it just, the sprite comes and then there's a banner with white lines. If that background is blue, then you have to use the delay 268. That means the game considers can't speak today. The game considers it as being inside something. And I thought that some forests in this games like Petalburg Woods would be considered inside, but apparently not. And as you can see, there's an item there. I haven't explored this cave on this save file at all. So this is the first floor. I think I'm gonna hunt a bit here. I just had to remove myself far enough from that NPC you just saw turning around, since NPCs moving around, that means or includes turning around or walking, can actually advance your frames. So that can sometimes get in the way of RNG manipulation. Just so you know, sometimes they're called busy areas by RNG abusers. Oh, jeez, that sounds so evil. An abuser, that's not... Usually you don't want to be called an abuser in any situation, but I mean, we're abusing RNG. No feelings were hurt, no animals were hurt, nothing was destroyed. Good luck and have fun. Thank you, darling. Alright, so... as you can hear, sometimes you hear the cries of the Pokemon you find in the wild. Very neat little detail. And I'm gonna use this one for Sweet Scent. So let's start. Did you just see the background of that banner, or the color of that banner was blue? Normally when you use it in the overworld, it's black. Also appears when you use Fly. Although you can't really use Fly in caves, but it's the same banner that is used. somewhat like an anime implied movement thing. Okay, did I hit it correctly? No. Since this is such a short reset, I don't think I'm gonna calibrate much. So if I got it correctly, the Makuhita has a gender ratio of 50-50, so 50% are male and 50% are female. But sometimes some Pokemon have... Oh! Am I hunting for the wrong frame? I am. How did that happen? If it is... Yeah, that's... Oh, okay, that explains some things. Oh, stupid me. So make sure you hit generate a couple of times in case you change anything like the delay. I just went with the frame without the delay, which isn't really the best way of doing it. I guess you could still do calibration and then figure out your frame without using this delay at all. Some people do that, and that's also fine, but as you can see, that's not what I'm doing here. Hey there, Ahmed, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Let's see what I get today. So before I get something from Steven. So Ahmed, you're gonna see one of your favorite characters tonight. Okay, that's a Makuhita, it's not a shiny. Hey there, Animator, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Marcus Pumpkin, sure. You made me read it out aloud, so hopefully that was what you wanted. Doing well so far, been good. Oh, that sounds really good. Still a bit tired from the move. All those, they're known to always teleport. And they're very hard to get, and I can't... At least I'm very glad that I haven't found a wild shiny Abra where I wasn't prepared, because... Yikes. Chances are it's gonna use teleport and then it's a shiny fail. A common one. Not a nice one though. Oh, you bought a Japanese fire red that's authentic. Super nice. Hopefully it wasn't too expensive. I know authentic copies go for really high prices, especially English ones. That's why I don't have an English authentic one there. I don't want to pay over 100 euros for Pokemon Emerald. I don't have that kind of money lying around. Should go quick enough, since if I don't mess up, of course, which I sometimes do, depends. $60, that's actually okay. Seen and go for more, definitely. Can I even get a Abra here? I don't remember if I do. It depends on the profile, and I have so many save files. No, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, no shiny Abra. But that also means no shiny Abra teleport fail. So maybe it's not really a problem. Can I get a Geodude, dude? Yeah, I can get a Geodude. Yes, I bought my air conditioner and I'm going to take my first shower in 4 days. Oh yeah, that shower that you get after a couple of days of not showering, that's like heaven. Feels like heaven, doesn't it? Change of clothes. Never did feel like that happy for changing clothes in the shower. I believe you, Ahmed. I definitely believe you. I also hate being in a state like that. It's rough, almost like my Pokemon Black and White Japanese order. Oh, so you got even more games that are currently being shipped to you. Nice. Never had a Japanese Pokemon game. Although I do have things from the Pokemon Center from Japan. Unfortunately, I didn't get every item that I really wanted, but I do have some earrings that you could only buy there. I really wanted the Latios ones, but they weren't in stock when I found out about them, and then these items are pretty hard to get. If it's a shiny, then the boxing gloves, let's say, are red. I assume they are boxing gloves. I mean, we have Pokemon in the wild that just get born. They hatch with clothing, or is it even clothing? That has been a debate for a while in the Pokemon community. Back then in Generation 1 as well. With Jinx, for example. She's born with a dress. Hitmonchan is born with a pair of boxing gloves. And there's so many other... Bouffalon, a Generation 5 example, is born with rings around the horns. There's many more examples, but I just assume they are born with that. But I'm thinking of getting the Sinnoh series all in Japanese. Did you, or do you have them in English as well? Or would these be your first? As in your first Sinnoh games? So what do I get? Probably not a shiny, no. Come on, I need to get this down. By the way, I got Rayquaza and Tyranitar today. Oh, nice. Good natures as well, or do you not care? Which is fair if you don't care. Okay, that rhymed, but that wasn't my intention. Pokemon Sapphire randomizer. If you get Tyranitar and Rayquaza, you're set. Those are some... Yeah, they're the best. Basically the best in the meta, and you have them now, Ahmed. Through randomizer. I mean, that's like extremely lucky. So play with those good cards that you've been dealt. Gonna battle Wallace next. Good luck, I would say, but I think you're gonna wreck him. Oh, you have an English Pearl. I also have a French Pearl, which wasn't mine initially. And I think I'm gonna use that one for a Q-Charm glitch. Because it's not just Generation 3 that I'm gonna do with all the shiny hunting, manipulating, whatever. I'll also be trying out the Q-Charm glitch. And then I'm gonna do a shiny only challenge. I think also in Generation 4 would be very interesting. But I want to get Japanese Pearl, Platinum and Diamond, but the Japanese Pearl is actually quite better. it is, because it's actually kind of broken, like the English. Okay, I get it. You're going to do these Japanese exclusive wacky glitches, like surfing into the void to get to Darkrai and Cresselia's islands. I get it. Definitely, that's why I wouldn't say better, but more interesting in that regard. You can abuse a glitch to get Pokemon you weren't supposed to get. There's a strange glitch in the Japanese versions. I'm adding context for viewers who don't know. There's a very strange glitch in the Japanese versions, and the Japanese versions only of Diamond and Pearl. I don't think it's in Platinum. It definitely had to be patched in that version, where you can save. So you save, for example, in one room with a statue. It depends on. There are certain parts in the game where you can basically surf in the void, and then you can circumvent walls, or like just generally you could reach areas you're not supposed to reach. And that means getting very rare, usually all exclusive to events, Pokemon like Shaman, Darkrai. You wouldn't even need to have the event. I mean, the original events they haven't been a thing since like over a decade at this point. So if you want these event Pokemon now or nowadays, either you use Action Replay to either do a walk through walls cheat, or you just cheat the event in onto your cartridge, or you could go, no, I actually want to do it, but with a glitch. The Japanese games are for you. Nope, arbitrary code execution exists only for the Japanese Sinnoh games. Oh, you're using Ace? Aha, okay, sorry. I thought you were going to abuse certain glitches that are only possible in the Japanese versions. Because the people I know that really want the Japanese versions are that's usually their argument or main argument. Still no Makuhita. So there's no Ace in PAL Sinnoh games? Really? I'm not really familiar with Ace in Generation 4. I mean, I know what Ace is and what it does, but I assumed that Ace was possible in every single version. But then again, I was wrong. I didn't know that they were Japanese exclusive, or only doable, feasible, whatever you want to say, in the Japanese versions. For the record, all Pokemon in my randomizer are not randomized, so you can't find them like on Route 126. Oh, okay. You can get a Tyranitar everywhere, or Groudon in Dewford Cave for like so many. Yeah, they I see what kind of randomizer you have. Oh, okay, so it doesn't exist for other languages. That's interesting. Because I do know I think it works like in Generation 3, it works for every language. But then again, that's Generation 3, that's a different gen. But Ace can be so random in the Gen 4 games. You can get like, I think a level 1 Deoxys or something. Yeah, that's is it like glitzer popping? Does something like that exist? Or the Celebi egg glitch? I mean, in Generation 2, it's the Celebi egg glitch, and in Generation 3, that was a bit too late, I think. Anyway, in Generation 3, there's glitzer popping, and yes, the glitch is called glitzer popping, where you can basically hatch every Pokemon that you want. using Ace. What's your favorite start in Generation 4? Piplup is my boy. Piplup is wonderful. When I saw the starters before the games came out, because I had a friend who was allowed on the internet back then, and he showed me the leaks, and I immediately knew that yes, I will choose Piplup. How can I not choose Piplup? Oh, it is a void encounter glitch, the Deoxys. Oh, so you can trigger the void glitch surfing thing, but then you can also Ace kind of program in what kind of encounter you have. Is that how it works? Because I haven't really watched or any videos about Generation 4 acing, and I don't know how it looks like. The most I've seen is from older games. So Generation 1 with these glitch items, 8F and all those weird things. In Generation 2 you can use the coin case glitch to do Ace. In Generation 3 you can use Deca marks, so basically missing no, but in Gen 3. And then box names for Ace, but I'm really not familiar with Generation 4 Ace. I've never really read anything on it either. So, be interesting to see how that looks like. I don't have a favorite in Generation 4 Sinnoh. Oh yeah, the starters are all good, but I have to pick the penguin. I love penguins. But the ways to do Ace can be very specific. Okay, so it's maybe a bit all over the place is what you're saying? Now I know what I'm gonna watch later, or at least check out for myself, because I have there's no picture coming to mind when I'm thinking of Ace in Generation 4. I'm just drawing a blank because I've never seen anything, I've never read anything on it. But maybe it's also pretty new. Thing is dependent on 2 Pokemon. Oh, it's a dependency thing again? Okay. I mean, in the end, it just reads data as something it's not supposed to, but you kind of have some control over the kind of data it reads. And then you basically reprogram the game. That's how Ace usually works. Or glitches like these. Like glitzer popping. Oh, come on, I know I can get some shinies. Come on. Can I ask you guys do you advise me? Yeah, go on. I'll try to help. Advise me to get a scissor out of the team, or should I bring him back? Since I have Tyranitar, Rayquaza, Metagross, Groudon, Latios, Dragonair. Well, we already have 2... I mean, Scizor is very weak to fire. You already have another metal or steel type. And either get rid of Latios or Dragonair, because they're both dragon types. So, depends. Do you prefer having 2 dragon types in the team, or would you prefer having 2 steel types? If you do have two steel types, make sure you have some that resist fire as a good switch in. Which you have, Tyranitar for example, or Rayquaza. Either one of the dragons. But the Kakuna and Gyarados need specific stats. Okay, I think Gyarados or Kakuna is a needed mon. I don't know why, but one of them can make Ace faster. Probably because of a very specific hexadecimal that they... Either there's a pointer where it points to a very specific area in the data. I mean, there has to be a reason for that. But interesting, kind of funny, a Gyarados and a Kakuna. Seems kind of random. But that's what usually is the case with these glitches. They need very, very highly specific setups to be done. Also with the Alibi egg glitch. I mean, if you do it, you need a Pokemon that the third move has to be beat up, I think. That's for Generation 2. Oh, come on, I can get a shiny quicker than that. Yeah, there's some really interesting tricks to get Pokemon that usually you can't get. Like, there's no reason, or not no reason, but there's no real way of me. I mean, I have a real authentic crystal cartridge from back then, from my childhood, which I bought off of my cousin. And I can't get Celebi, no matter what I do. There's no events for that, so I would have to hack. So use action replay, which really isn't technically not hacking. I mean, is it changing the hexadecimals in some kind of program? I would rather call that hacking. Even though the action replay kind of does it, but of course with a user interface, so I would have to use that, which luckily I have. I do have a action replay specifically for Pokemon Crystal. So that's the only way getting a Celebi, but that wouldn't be legitimate, or people would berate me as in, why would you use a cheating device? That's not fair. Or whatever, but then again, if you don't want or don't own a cheating device, because I'm honest, really honest with you, a lot of old action replays are super expensive, like over 100 euros, and of course people are not gonna have them. And then glitching might be your best bet in that case, because I completely understand that you don't want to pay $100 for something like that. It can be instead be used for groceries or important bills. But if you're doing Ace in the Void, you need to take very specific steps in the Void. Yeah, that I know from the Darkrai Void glitch as well. And you also risk being stuck in the Void if you do it wrong and you save somewhere. I mean, at one point, if I remember correctly, you do need to save, but I've heard of players being stuck in the Void indefinitely. And I think the only way of getting out of there would be to use action replay, or, well, you have to delete the save file. In order to activate stuff, yeah. Oh, I remember. Can't you get through the void by using a bicycle? Come on, I should have had a shiny until now. No, I want the red one. Okay, what else? Zubat I can get. Although that's kind of a... very common Pokemon. What was the most rival that you think is so dumb? For me, Barry and Hop, if these guys meet each other, will be so dumb. You don't hate them because they are dumb. I mean, I don't like Blue because he's really mean. And now Eontimer is forgetting about the visual cues again. Barry, I like Barry though. He's very quirky and silly. He's like an ADHD kid. But yeah, for me it's Blue. Blue is just the annoying kid that always has to... You know, that friend who said... When you say, oh, I've went to that and that place and that was a very nice vacation, and then he says, oh, I was there as well, but then this happened, and he always has to one-up you. That kind of friend in quotation mark, because you can't really stay friends for long with a person like this. I don't like people like that. So, yeah. Not a fan of Blue, although he's a good character still in the way he's, he has a staple in the Pokemon franchise. I just don't personally like them, but I mean, I guess he's written to be that. I'll go away from keyboard to be right back. Alright, no problem. Hop, I'm not sure who Hop is. Again, me and the English, you know, in French they're different, in Italian they're different, in English they're different. Keep mixing them up and kind of forgetting the names of the humans. Because it's like, just in real life, I don't know, I seem to remember the animals much more clearly than the humans. It's like that in real life. I'm kind of face blind. Unless a person has very specific or very unique characteristics, or they're very important to me in some way, then I do remember them. But other than that, I do have a hard time discerning certain people, or I've actually made some people really mad because I walked past them and they were like, come on, you don't recognize me? Are you ignoring me? And then, no, I wasn't ignoring them, I just didn't recognize them. I don't have that for every animal. Welcome back. Hey there, Kaiser comes in. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Till now I haven't got a shiny, so you didn't really miss much. And shout out to one of my patrons, Kaiser Karmazin, the Emperor of Karmazin. I like alliterative names. They always have a nice ring to it. Oh, you're officially sick? Oh no, what do you have? Is it what you said the other day? Get well soon then. Then you definitely need some rest and calm down, because I think your body... I mean, if you're officially sick now, your body definitely needs it, and sometimes you just have to listen to that. For example, when I wanted to do my vocal training again, but I did have it felt like a frog in my throat. I wasn't sick per se, but I just had a lot of saliva, I guess, in my throat that day. And I just had to stop because the vocal training wasn't productive at all. And it's a way of your body saying, hey buddy, please slow it down, I need to regenerate. Just a cold. Got worse, coughing a bit and sore throat off and on. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Then get well as soon as possible. Hey there Alex, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Hopefully good? Shout out to yet another patron of mine, Alex. For me, Lance is one of my favorite characters because he's the type of guy that tells you I'm going to have a break from Pokemon for some time. Then you find him selling the most illegal... like, okay. Interesting interpretation of the... of that character. But he definitely has a I'll do whatever means necessary to achieve my goals kind of vibes. So I think that's what you're trying to say. It sucks though because I have friends coming down from Chicago tomorrow. Yeah, you unfortunately can't really plan. Sometimes just sicknesses come during the worst timing ever. Stupid Murphy's Law, right? Oh, come on, I want one with red gloves. Just 3 hours from where I live and I want to see them, but it sucks. Will you still see them? Or will you, I don't know, wear a mask? Didn't know there was a stream today. Have fun with this hunt. Thank you. Yeah, it was... I thought that I wasn't able to stream tonight, but it ended out working out. It ended out working out. Do you even say that? I'm good but busy this evening, so I'll be leaving. Alright, so... Then good luck with the thing that you're doing. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, see you tomorrow in tomorrow's stream maybe. Oh yeah, the America spam has to commence. I forgot. Yeah, we'll be able to stream tomorrow, but not on Sunday. But Sunday is where I did want to do the voice chat thing. Maybe even the movie night. I'll probably try to say hi anyways, but I'll have to see. Still have some masks from 2020, so I'll use one of those. Yeah, I also have a lot of masks still. I definitely got way too many. It's very rare that I see people use them now, but a good thing is that when people are outside now, in Luxembourg and sometimes in France and Germany as well, although not as much, and they're sick, then they just put a mask on, which Japan has been doing for much longer than that, right? And it's a good thing that is also now a phenomenon in Europe. Probably won't be here for tomorrow's stream because I'm going to be very busy. Hey, no problem. That's why I try to stream on multiple days so everyone can have a chance. That's if I don't get more sick, of course. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Don't overdo yourself, right? top 10 countries. America, 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 America. What a top 10 list. But America isn't a country, I'm afraid. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I'll have more free evenings later from Monday. Anyway, good luck with catching shinies. Thank you, Alex. And see you maybe tomorrow. No, that was not. That was stupid. That wasn't correct. There we go. I also already scheduled the streams that I'll do on my Sapphire. So those will be the stationary ones that I put as a poll, so people can vote which ones they like to see first. And cast form 1, so these streams are always going to come during Friday, on a Friday. And should I get them really early, like 15 minutes in? Then I'll continue with this stream. So then I'll switch over to the shiny only challenge. Bye, have a good day. Bye bye, yeah. See you next time, Animator. Okay, this is kind of annoying now. I've been at it for 41 minutes and I haven't had yet shiny. How come? Just can't be this so early. Anyways, I wanted to check what else what else I can get in this cave. Can I get an air one? Oh yeah, I can actually. Okay. Jeez. Hop is Leon's brother from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Ah, okay. Okay, that's his English name. I kind of forgot about that. And what I also forgot about, technically, is using my hidden machine 5, which is Flash, because we're gonna need that. Okay, so you can't learn Flash. Nikolaus should not learn Flash, because I want that one to have a couple of more moves. Oh, you can learn it. There we go. So let's use Flash. And save here. I'm gonna try for the Aron now. If I go back to the surface, then I'll still get the Makuhita, but for now, let's try this. And the good thing about Aron is I'll be able to weaken it by using Quick Attack or like Peck. It has a 4 times resistance towards these moves. So that's a way I can weaken it. Actually, now that a Makuhita appeared, I'm gonna try something. Oh wait, I don't have Quick Attack, I forgot. No, that thing's gonna one-shot it, definitely. Yeah, oh, okay. That was a crit. But I'm pretty sure that without a crit, it's gonna be a one-shot as well. Forgot the Ninkata was named Nikolaus. Yeah, not forgotten, and I'm really surprised hearing that name. Well, you suggested it, and here it is. So that's an Aron. I'm gonna do a test run on it. So what would that... How much... Oh, that like does nothing. I wonder how much it does when I do Ember, but probably it's gonna... would own it. Yeah, Nikolaus is gonna be a crucial member of the team, I think, because if I level him up enough, he's gonna know False Swipe, which is crucial. He's gonna also know Baton Pass, if I remember correctly, and other moves. I'm gonna have 2 Pokemon that are like that. With Shedinja being a very interesting option. Oops, no! Ooh, can I still... Yeah, I do. Okay, good. For a second I thought my little misclick there made it so that I couldn't hit the correct frame anymore. That was too late. Stuck in the UI. Can I get a shiny Abra here? No. Zubat? Eve. No, that's way too late. Makuhita not on this floor, and Mawile. Oh, I can get a Mawile as well. Very interesting. But I need to get one first. I mean... Come on, I got this. Usually better at this, but I'm having a down now, which is not good in a way, I think. I do remember there being weeks in April and where I immediately got it the first time. So timid Zubats are also a thing on floor B2F. And Aaron as well. Okay, what about an Abra? Nope. No shiny Abras then. That's a shame. Although that also means no fails. But I haven't checked Steven's room yet. That's where I need to be. Zubat, okay. Makuhita, yes. I can get a early Makuhita there as well. Good to know. Abra? No. Can I get an Abra at all on this save file? And a timid Aron. Interesting. So again, I can get 2 shiny Arons. Although it's about time that I would buy some Pokeballs as well. Come on, I just want that shiny. Let's see. Oh. Okay, let me check the Pokeballs that I have. Bliling. 19, 1, 2 netballs, 1 timer ball, and okay, yeah. 3 great balls, premier ball, okay. Yeah. Could be much better. And after this, hopefully this part doesn't take too long. I do wonder how many streams it takes to reach the end. But of course this isn't a speed run. Far from. I mean, it's kind of the opposite of a speed run, isn't it? Not the exact opposite, but we are taking things very slowly. I'm not on floor 1, I'm on B1F. Oh, come on. I'm hunting in Granite Cave on floor B1F. So that's the first floor where you need to use a flash in order to see where you're going. I mean, technically you could also go through it without using flash, but flash isn't such a bad move to have. Okay. For some reason, or I was like, for a second, you should have red eyes. But I just hit the frame, an errand frame that's not shiny. I forgot if Surskit's evolution or Surskit itself, I don't think it learns Surf later. I also kind of forget Granite Cave's layout again and again, and I kind of have to look at a map first or use Flash to navigate it. It's one of these caves where you basically don't go back to. Usually you don't. Okay, so I'm checking if it... No, it doesn't learn. That's a shame. But then again, it becomes a flying buck afterwards. There's no inclination in the design or how it looks like, how it behaves, that it would learn Surf. But then again, there's weird Pokemon like Rhyhorn no Surf, even though it has a 4 times weakness to water. So would it just dissolve, or kind of strange to think about. No, it doesn't seem to learn Surf at all. No. One single HM it learns, it already knows, and that's Flash. Almost an hour in and no shiny yet. I really need to step up my game. Come on, I don't feel like calibrating when it's so short. Keep critting when you don't need to, Gustavo, and when I would want you to crit, you don't. And then I tell myself, oh, I am in control of the RNG. No, I'm not. No, the RNG gods have not been nice to me recently. And I think I know why. Human Name hasn't really said his chants anymore, his prayers. Or do I need to give them something in return? You know, a sacrifice. Somehow that fly that has been... There's a fly that has been in my apartment for quite a while and it's still here. Still hasn't landed on my flesh-eating Venus flytrap. It's too smart for its own good. And yes, I'm not gonna end its life. If anything will, then either it's a spider that I have somewhere in my flat, or it's that Venus flytrap. Oh, you'll do it in their stead, thank you. May RNGesus bless thee. Thank you for the blessings. Hopefully it will work now. But I have noticed that Eontimer kind of glitches up more frequently when the frame is really low. Like 16 seconds, that's not a long wait time. Shiny? No. Why? Is the constant beeping maybe annoying? I can also maybe take a break. Why am I not hitting my frames correctly? I know I can. I've demonstrated along many times that I can, but it comes to early frames somehow. Very strange. Oh, I was happy for a split second. I wonder what the delay is when you pray to gods. Do the prayers, do they like go at speed of sound, or are they instantaneous? Okay, this is getting kind of... I'll proceed for a bit. Okay, here. Oh yeah, I don't have a need to remember to come back here when I have a bike. Maybe I should already catch one in case I wanna use a repeat ball. Maybe that wouldn't be so stupid. Okay, that doesn't do anything. But I do think a double kick will wreck it. Yeah, okay, definitely. Oh well, that's level 21, nice. Oh, now I can learn sand attack. Nah, I pass. A Zubat I don't have. At least not yet. Try to catch it. A thing that I'm really missing is something that can use something like sing or paralyze. Well, maybe I could use my one of the many shiny Odysseus that I have. There's enough of them. Okay. This is just for the Pokédex. I'm not gonna use that Pokemon because that's against the rules. And here's an item. And I've gotten a Pokeball, so... Always click the rocks in Generation 3. Sometimes they have hidden items. Alright, a Zubat would give me 1 speed EV, but since this Gustavo has Pokeros, that means that I get 2 speed EVs, which is nice. And again, more speed EVs. Generally speaking, EV training in Generation 3 is somewhat easy and doable. It's just the process takes forever, way too long. Okay, let's try it with a high crit chance peck. See what that does. Nothing, or almost nothing. Can I get a crit now? No. What about now? Well, you get a crit while I don't. Oh, that's fair. Ah, that's a crit and that's all it does. Oof, that's like nothing. Oh, Gustavo's getting kind of not owned, but definitely not feeling it here. Oh, you got an item. What did you get? Oh, Super Hyla, which is that golden looking spray that cures any ailment, like status condition basically. Look at that charming cat. Don't attack me. Just stay there and be in love. Exactly, like that. Let's lower its defense. Again, I'm only catching this so that I can maybe use a repeat ball on a shiny should I find it. What? You tackle missed? Really? Come on, don't get wrecked. Oh, that does nothing. Jeez. Might as well try and throw a Pokeball at it. Later when I'm at a Pokemart, I will sell some of the items that I found because I don't really need them. Ah, there we go. Again, these non-shiny Pokemon that I catch, I don't use them, right? Okay, I'll just save. I'll save just in case. In the vain hope that... Oh wait, I came from here, didn't I? Oh, stupid. No, is there nothing here? I do remember somewhere there being a hidden item. So that's gonna be another speed EV. Pretty good to have on a Pokemon like this. Okay. You can break or smash these rocks, but I don't have Rock Smash yet. So for now they stay there. And another 2 speed EVs. But here's something hidden. There we go. Ewigstein, which is Everstone in English, which is a very good translation. I would also translate it as that. And it's a good thing to have in Emerald, or starting from Emerald, if you're breeding. Oh, nice, a Maual. Flunkiefer in German. When I use 1 Ember, does it... okay. It does have... Jeez, this fly, leave me alone, please. Oh, no, that still does way too much damage. Okay. No, this one doesn't have anything. What about here? Ah, that's where I am now. That's the first floor again. And this is Steven's room. So when you're using Pokéfinder, make sure, if you're not sure what's Steven's room, this is Steven's room. So what we get here is a timid Zubat, a early Makuhita, no Abra unfortunately, and a timid Aron. And yeah, in German his name is Treu for some reason. And now he's given me the letter that I need to return. And now he gives you a HM. Steel Wing. Not HM, TM47. that was Steven for now. And I think I'm gonna save here. And then I'm gonna try again for some shinies. This time a Makuhita. So the Makuhita is on frame 1004. And if I get that one, hopefully soon, let's see how good I am now. Hopefully the blessings towards the RNG gods have been accepted. And I can finally start getting some shinies here. I mean, that's what it is, right? Of course, I could still focus more on... I still could do it. I could still focus more on story progression, of course. And I remind myself to do something before I... Oh, okay, so I did that already. Okay, never mind then. Oh no, oh jeez. Of course I did it, but I didn't save yet. Ugh, I'm kind of scatter-minded today. Scatter-brained, whatever you want to call it. I think scatter-brained is more correct than scatter-minded, although some really old things I've read or come across the word scatter-minded or scatter-brained. Well, it doesn't matter now. Enough yada yada, we want to see some shinies now. Such a short time and yet no shinies. Something tells me that if I go for the square shiny, which is 3000 frames, something like that. If I go for that one first, then I'll get it, and then I'll get the 1004 frame ones. Well, we'll see. Do you like the cave music in Generation 3? Okay, what do I get? Not a shiny. Very disappointing. Are you back? I mean, don't need to be active in the chat if you're doing something else. I know how that is. I'm also usually a silent watcher of streams. There's even some streams I fall asleep to. Not sure if a lot of people do that with mine, but I wouldn't mind. Oh, come on, want to see some shinies, come on. Try for the Aaron as well. Maybe I should definitely do the thing with the longer one first and then the shorter ones work. Can't really explain why, but let's see. No. Oh, what a shame. That egg hasn't hatched yet as well. Friend sent me a short horror video, and damn, that's like one of these 3 things that managed to actually scare the S out of me. Without being too gory or something, what is it? It's like a screamer, a jump scare, or is it actually something that's conceptually horrifying? That's not the kind of Makuhita I want. Makuhita is one of these Pokemon where it has the same name in a lot of languages. That's the Japanese name, that's the German name, that's the English name. If I remember correctly, it's also the French name. If it's the English name, then it's automatically also the Italian and Spanish names, because these languages use the English Pokemon names. It's a YouTube video titled The Boiled One Phenomenon, and I wouldn't recommend watching it until it's nice and bright out. Now you've piqued my morbid curiosity, unfortunately. Why do I always have to know? Why, brain? Why can you not be satisfied by just knowing it exists? Why do you have to witness it? Why do you have to have that be part of your consciousness? Woe is me. But the boiled one phenomenon sounds like some kind of alternate reality game horror thing, or how do you call them? They have it's like a pretty recent horror YouTube or internet horror thing that it's not that old. I'm trying to think of the common moniker it has in fandoms. Oh, I've seen a picture of it now. Yeah, that is very scary. But probably it is one of these alternate reality games, or what's it called again? Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't. Analog horror. Thank you, Kaiser Kamazin. I can't believe I couldn't think of the moniker. It is analog horror. Yeah, there's some analog horror I watched. Although I'm kind of annoyed that it's kind of evolved into scary face I put together in Photoshop after the Mandela catalog thing. That's one I've watched. But some of them are really good. Not what I want, not interested. But yeah, you can summarize it if you want. Is it? Oh, it's very recent, isn't it? Oh, Gemini Home Entertainment. Yeah, that's my husband showed me that. That one was horrifying. Yeah. I am more into conceptually scary things, like not a screamer or a jump scare, but more psychological or conceptually scary things. That's why there's some SCPs that are really well written. Not everything in it was scary. Yeah, not everything, but definitely set the vibes for a lot of original online content. And then I think the Mandala catalog hit the scenes, and then everyone wanted to be that. Oh, come on, I want my shiny. Please. Oh, I did the stupid thing again, didn't I? Yeah. I did. Aliens taking over Earth, not scary. The idea of your body being mutated and you are still aware of everything and you lose control of it, yeah, that's much more horrifying. I think the Mandala catalog is scary, but it's lots and lots. A lot of the factory for me. It's a bit out there sometimes, and some of the scares basically come from, look, scary face that I distorted. Okay, yeah, it is a scary face. Okay, it appears like the boiled one is some kind of info hazard or cognito hazard horror where the act of spreading or hearing or knowing certain information gets you into trouble. To speak, to put it lightly, very lightly. That's what I'm getting by looking it up, because my brain is just such a. Why do I need to always look up what something is? Sometimes I wish I wouldn't do that. Definitely. No, you don't have to summarize it to save me, but it's too late already, I guess. Just kind of don't know what it is about in detail. But I see the video has like over 1 million views at this point. Did you ever think about animating Kribby? Just kidding, well, that would be pretty funny. Especially if it was really bad animation on purpose. That would really fit. That's not what I want. Starts out as a broadcast of a nature documentary that eventually got interrupted by the boiled one, who says something really bad, which puts people into a coma where they can only blink and move. Ooh. So there's, okay, that already... So it's a brown note being, in a way, or it's a being that says a brown note, which is a sensory input that is harmful, or can be harmful. In this case, it puts you into a coma. Not fun. That is interesting horror, though. The mere existence of brown notes and how that would, like, what consequences that would have. Their eyes locked in syndrome. Yeah, it is kind of like locked in syndrome. That's what I was thinking before. That's kind of like a coma where you can't barely move. It's a fate worse than death. And they interview someone who has become paralyzed, and he talks about always seeing it and hearing echoes of screams, and then appears again and speaks directly. Ooh. So there's a lot of children that are now in that universe or in that story become paralyzed, and they're haunted by some really freaky looking thing. It's always the poor children. And still no shiny here. To the viewer, the text on the screen is also in Japanese, and it's heavily implied by the fact that the paralyzed individual was a World War II veteran, used Morse code to be interviewed. Oh, he used Morse code to be... Oh, okay. Tortured a Japanese person that came back as the boiled in during the war. Oh, I mean, there's some really messed up thing, unfortunately, in real life that happened there. Which I'm not gonna mention because I mean, I don't want these things to be forgotten, but if you really want to know, you're gonna feel horrible after you look that up. And unfortunately, unlike this boiled one thing here, that was actually real and it happened. No, that didn't go through. Really screwed up ideas, but yeah, it was scary. Well, now it's too late. Now I have to investigate, and yeah, that's, I guess, one of my weaknesses. I'm too curious sometimes. And now, will you be able to sleep tonight? Or will you have nightmares of that thing? Are you someone who gets nightmares easily? Ah, there we go, finally! Shiny Makuhita. That was way too, that just was way too long, well, it lasted way too long. Okay, so I'm gonna quartz cuts, try your best, even though you're kind of weakened. First shiny in like an hour and what, 23 minutes in. Not my best performance, but here we are. Finally, we've gotten it. Promise me to not watch it till tomorrow, because I don't want to be the person that may or not cause you to lose sleep. Funnily enough, I do not lose sleep because of things like that. I can watch these like creepypastas before going to bed, and I don't I don't have nightmares of these things. And even if I do, for some reason in my dreams, like I haven't had a real nightmare like that since I was a small kid. If that thing from the boiled one phenomenon, if that thing would show up in my nightmare, then and it would attack me, nothing would happen, because I'm just like, oh, that's like God mode basically. Hey there, Alex, welcome back. You've picked the perfect time to come back. See what I've just gotten? A shiny Makuhita, finally. First shiny for today. Or tonight. Got it. Very good. Any nickname ideas? I'm listening. I'm all ears. Or should I call it boiled one? Since we were talking about that. I'll definitely not forget it then. It's a very cute one though. Boiled one. There we go. Alright. One shiny. Don't get nightmares either, but I do suffer from panic attacks, you told me, and severe anxiety, so I keep opening my eyes thinking that something is around my bed consistently. I'm pretty lucky then, if I consider that I haven't had that since I was a child. I don't know why. I do have very real adult fears though, like in the back of my mind when I'm driving somewhere with my car, I know I could die any moment, technically. You know, that's a real thing that could happen. Or conceptual things, those tend to scare me. Congratulations, thank you. Oh, you want to animate Kribby? Such an adorable name, I'm not gonna boil him though. So now I know, when I see that nickname, I know, okay, that is from there. Although if I get around to the name guy in another city and you have another suggestion, I can change it. Yeah, definitely. We can die any moment, anywhere. Definitely. Not only while driving. I mean, I don't need to explain that to you, unfortunately. On these rare occasions that I do get nightmares, they're insanely disturbing. May I ask how? For some reason, I really like discussing dreams with people. Especially what other people dream about. Panic attacks, I don't wish that upon anyone. These are really hard to go through. And if you never had them yourself, you can't really put yourself into the shoes of someone who has them or has had them. Yeah, you get them randomly. That's tough. I used to get them semi-randomly, but I don't get them anymore. That's not a shiny. I really have empathy for everyone who has them. Just hate getting clammy. Heart rate of 150 plus. Ooh. Oh god, I get 150 plus when I'm doing exercise, like when I work out at the gym. Paranoid feelings, delusional thoughts, not good feeling. Oh boy, poor you. I mean, if that doesn't give you more anxiety than it should, then yeah, go ahead with sharing the nightmare. To be fair, Alex, in a situation like where you are, you've also been desensitized to extreme feelings of anxiety since you're living in a war zone. So that's why people like you and me who have PTSD, you learn to deal with panic attacks, and then panic attacks are not the hardest to deal with. In my opinion, at least that's my experience. I'm only talking about my experience, not like some universal truth or fact. But I would prefer having a panic attack over having a flashback. Flashbacks are really, they make you feel like you're not in control at all. And it's reopening an old wound. Not fun, definitely not fun. Yeah, you don't have a good support system, that's the problem. You don't, and even if you would get a prescription for something that calms you down, some kind of medicine, that would cost, I don't know, several $100s, maybe more than 1,000, since you have a very peculiar healthcare system in these states. I mean, in Europe that wouldn't be a big deal. You just get a prescription, you go to a psychiatrist. If you really do have panic attacks or anxiety, he would definitely, or she would definitely see that, and then you'd get prescribed something that may help. But in the US, that's a different story. Can recommend read Ariane Wells' metacognitive therapy books. Oh, I have some of them. They're very good, yeah. Understand how panic works. I also recommend The Body Keeps Score by, now I've forgotten the name, but it's a very good book about how the body reacts and how it changes with trauma or traumatic events. So in this dream, I was the age to be about 5. My house was entirely black and white and I was crying. Okay. My house felt empty and strange, and my door was slightly ajar, and I could see these. Okay, that is a very. I kind of see where this comes from. It does remind me of dreams or nightmares I had when I was small, where you're just crying in a void or a big house, and then there's something weird, some weird vibes that you get. You can't really put your finger on what it is exactly. Just a recursive response trigger, fear, and fear is the trigger for next trigger, fear, the reason for bigger fear. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle even. But there are ways of getting out, or at least there are ways of dealing with that. Oh jeez. Zombie-like creatures with horribly burned and rotten bodies, holes in their flesh to the point you could see into their bodies. Oof, okay. They were looking for me but couldn't find me. They are laughing and enjoying the hunt to find me. Okay, that is definitely creepy. Bessel van der Kolk? I think, yeah, it's thing. I think so. I mean, I have the book, but sometimes I mix up some authors' names because not only am I bad with faces, I'm also very bad with names. So that kind of sucks. The weird part is that I've never seen anything like this in real life, and that has appeared in multiple dreams. And this specific dream had a continuation to it. Oh, you also have dreams that have... As in, you also have sequel dreams? Because I don't know a lot of people who also have sequel dreams. I've had them quite a lot. Like continuation or even I don't know, a canon? Like a reoccurring themes, reoccurring characters, reoccurring settings that are exclusive to dreams of mine. And they're kind of connected, but not always. Interesting that you have that as well. Oh yeah, years later. Yeah, just like me. Interesting. I don't know if you have this as well, but I guess you do. since you also have these sequel dreams, as I call them. But there's been ones that the first installation, or the first screening in my brain, sorry, screening in my brain, I guess, since it's DMT powered cinema. I used to have certain dreams when I was a kid, and I got a continuation like 20 years later. Very strange. I do wonder if that also depends on if you're having, or you're watching things like series or movies, games where you play sequels and your brain just kind of remembers that sequel facts, and once you sleep and the DMT goes through your neurons, then suddenly that kind of gets activated, and then the body does, or the brain does whatever with that concept of sequels. I do wonder if that might be an explanation of how or why that happens. Ah, there we go! Shiny Zubat. So Zubat is that one, alright. So the next frame that I'm gonna hunt for is 3921, but first, let's get this Zubat. Right. Don't really have anything good to weaken it with, but I'll try. Need to level up some Pokemon that I have. Let's lower the defenses first. In the continuation, I saw them again, and I was older. Planned to get away from them in his bathroom a bit. I hid in this bathroom for a bit, okay, and I saw a window up a set of stairs. I planned to open the window and jump out. Okay, now you got me. I want to know how it goes. Yeah, you definitely have the writer in you, Kaiser Kamazin, I have to say. So getting into writing would definitely be not such a bad idea, I would say. Because already the descriptions of your dreams are... You want to follow up, you want to know how it ends. And the shiny Zubat has been caught. Very nice. Anyone got a nickname idea? Okay, so jump out to safety, ran to the stairs, but one suddenly flashed in front of me for a split second, akin to a jump scare. Ugh. And I just heard this wicked laughter as I cried in the floor. Oh, whenever they appear, everything turns black and white, or it becomes nighttime. Oh, yeah, okay, very interesting. I just see connections between nightmares I had, with some very strange rules like that. I go and try to compare the picture I built in my head with what people write about it. Yeah, that's also why sometimes I'm kind of disappointed when I watch when I read a book and then I see the movie. Because when you read the book, you have all of this world in my head, and I kind of make a movie with my neurons, but when you see it, it's not like you pictured it. I think that's sometimes why people think books are better. If I get no nickname, I think I'll just go with okay. And then I'm gonna hunt the next one. So finally the shinies start appearing. And now it's Aaron, and then I would have a timid Aaron. And I would also be able to get a hardy Aaron. That would be a star shiny. the one that I'm hunting right now is a square shiny. So remember, when you get a clone of these, then should you trade them to Sword and Shield, you'll see the difference. Another dream, they appeared. I was sitting on a pink bed with Bart to hold a canopy on it, but it wasn't holding anything on it. Okay. There was this single road lighting above me, shining down on me. Okay, pink bed and then a canopy. Okay, yeah, I do have a picture in my mind. Nope, I only want shinies. I mean, psychology books, not fiction. Oh, okay, I do it with with both, but okay, yeah. There's a huge field to write any stupid thing, and only a lot of observation and personal experience helps figure out where the garbage is and where the good ideas are. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you've had that. If you're talking or writing this, then I assume you have, Alex, but have you ever come across books where initially they seem to be straightforward and they make sense, but after looking for other clues or information and maybe comparing it to life experience, you'd notice that it's not, the ideas aren't holding up? No, that's not a shiny. No shiny Abra on this one. Kept the darkness at bay. It was the dead of night, and eerily there were very few stars out. Could see the shadows of mountains far out away from me and tall grass surrounding the bed. And that was just the outside of the range of the streetlight's glow. I heard these growling sounds and laughter coming from them, and felt like I was being circled by sharks, vultures, wolves, or something. Oh, you just knew you were being circled by something. Okay, interesting. Couldn't see them, they were in the grass. Yeah, but you could kind of feel or know that you had some premonition that they were there. They sounded just like the burned things, and I knew it was them, and I was horrified. Yeah, that definitely sounds horrifying. Maybe you could consider turning your nightmares into literature. Stephen King has done it. That and some kind of illicit substances, to be fair. Never trust books. Yeah, I mean, I never read a book and I just trust it outright. You should always stay critical to some degree. For example, I was interested in what mythical hypnosis is, and there are a lot of good books and a lot of people saying absolutely anything about it. I got 20 people, dozens of techniques and explanations, and go test it in real life. So is it called mythical hypnosis, or are you referring to hypnosis therapy or hypnotherapy? Results were amazing. 99% written in books was crap. But I found out exactly what wasn't true in these books. Okay. There was another dream they appeared. There was one other dream they appeared in, but it's not necessarily appropriate. So if I retold it, I need to censor some stuff. Okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, I do try to keep the streams or the videos as family friendly as I possibly can. It's basically that is the best thing you can do because of the algorithm or the way YouTube works right now. Hypnosis, as I understood it when I was 20, something I don't know, strange. Okay. Because there's, if you Google or look through books or literature dealing with hypnosis, you get so many things. Some are very pseudoscientific woo, and others are actually science that has some data to back it up. Of course, after this testing, I can use it in therapy. Got some courses about it, different techniques, but turned out they are not so effective. There are better things for therapy. Yeah, it also depends on the person, right? Some things may have may work wonders on one person, but not on the other one. Depends on many factors. Okay, 5 seconds remaining. I think if I get the Aaron here, I'll oh well, oh wow, it's already very late. But I can still go for a while. Still not too tired after all. Hey there, Simon Kadek. Welcome to the stream. Don't think I've seen you around here, but you are as welcome as the rest. Hopefully you're doing great. Right now I'm trying to get a shiny Aron. But as you can maybe see, it's not the normal way of getting shinies. But I use RNG manipulation. Because it allows me to get a lot of shinies if I get the timing correctly. My favorite thing was acceptance commitment therapy. No techniques, no protocols, no only clear explanation what's the difference between mental disorder and healthy mind. Oh, some way of rationalizing it internally. Yes, I'm new. I thought I would come have a look. Yeah, looking is free after all. And I'm here to entertain. And that's not a shiny, so I'll start it again. I got a shiny Zubat before, and then before that I got a shiny Makuhita. Not using action replay, I'm not cheating per se. Although some people think it's cheating what I do. I don't think it is. No matter how you're gonna go to that healthy mind, but you have a bright lighthouse where to go. Yeah, you could see it like that. That's a great metaphor, a lighthouse to aim towards. I haven't done acceptance commitment therapy yet. Maybe, do you think I should give it a try? Shiny Ditto. I have several Shiny Ditto. I've got one on this channel as well. In one of my many streams. That's not a shiny, so let's do it again. The nice thing about Shiny Ditto in Generation 3 is that it stays shiny when it transforms. So in the newer games, when a Shiny Ditto transforms into a normal, so non-shiny Pokemon, then it turns into that non-shiny Pokemon, which, that's fair. But in Generation 3, and I think 3 only, when a Shiny Ditto transforms, regardless into what it transforms, it stays or becomes the shiny form. So if you have a Shiny Ditto and your opponent has a, I don't know, a normal, I don't know, Mewtwo, then your Shiny Ditto will become a Shiny Mewtwo, and that is always very fun to see. Yeah, I'll definitely have take a look at that. Thank you for the suggestion, Alex. How about now? Do I get these shiny now? No, that's not a shiny. Almost midnight where I am. But still, I could go for a while. Don't think my neighbors would like that too much though. Not that the walls are paper thin. But I can imagine that if I am a bit loud during these times, then they probably hear me and they wouldn't approve. Shiny Ray. I have a Shiny Rayquaza, and I did a stream on that on this channel. It's even a very good one. It's an adamant one with 3 perfect IVs, and I managed to catch it in a luxury ball. So that's, I don't think you can flex much more than that. After a lot of books that were trying to overcomplicate, explain mental problems, it felt as a fresh air. Oh, okay, I get what you mean. Yeah, I'm definitely looking into this. I'm a big fan of horror. I thought about writing it, but I'm not sure. Hey, I'm saying this. I mean, I'm very honest. This. You seem to have a knack of how to write it, and as you were writing your comments in the chat, I was like, okay, I want to continue reading it. And that's exactly what you want to have in horror. That's very important. Maybe even one of the most important aspects of writing horror. So maybe you should get into it, definitely. Like, you know, you read a lot of books and see a lot of information about how broken car behaves, but you have no idea what is a normally working car. Yeah, definitely. Then you can't really know what broken is if your standard is not well known. How else would you able to come to a conclusion then, right? Yeah, definitely understand what you mean. No, not this Makuhita. I want a shiny Aron. So a Aron with red eyes. A very minimal or simplistic shiny, but nonetheless a fun one. Or I like it. As it evolves, it becomes, the main body becomes more turquoise, which also I really like that. See, the thing is, for me, I love horror, but I don't like writing it necessarily, so I don't know why I like fantasy. I mean, yeah, you can try other genres first. Definitely go with what feels best for you. That's more important. Because if you write something that you love, then your work is gonna be full of love. That's something that we need more of today. was important for me to know, as I had OCD as long as I remember myself. I had no idea there was anything wrong with me. I never lived without OCD before. Yeah, so you don't really have a comparison to a normal state, or normal, I guess. Have no idea how other people don't have this. Yeah, exactly. That sometimes leads to a lot of miscommunication as well. Yeah, that's also a reason why sometimes people have a hard time having empathizing with people that have something like OCD or ADHD or autism or anything else. Because they don't have that, because they're neurotypical or they're differently wired. They, of course, can't really see the world through your lens. Okay, let's see what I get. No, that's not a shiny. Come on, I want to get at least finish with the granite cave for today, or tonight in my case. Yeah, Aaron, and then that would be all of the shinies that I could get in Steven's room. The other one left would then be Mawile. And then I think we have every single one that I can potentially get as a shiny. Of course, I'd be I'll have to come back to this cave anyway. So I'm thinking now, should I try to get Mawile today, tonight, or another time? To be fair, a timid Mawile, I mean, Mawile is a nice shiny, but timid is not a good nature for it. But still, it would be a square Mawile, which I already have a star shiny Mawile on my emerald. So it'd definitely be interesting to have a square one as well. Jeez, I have to make boxes. Oh, sorry. There we go. I have to make new boxes in Pokemon Box to store all these shinies because I have hundreds of them. Did I get it? Did I get the frame? Let's see. I was interested exactly in ways how people think and focused on difference in thinking. Yeah, sometimes you can reverse engineer in a way and discover how people are thinking. And it's now midnight where I am. There's a huge difference. Sometimes the same words have such different meanings. Yeah, definitely. I've noticed that as well. even tones. Some people they come across as being constantly angry, but that's just their normal tone. They're not angry at all. They're just always talking like that. That's just a small example that can happen. Let's see, do I get anything now? Nope. Well, it's an errand, but not a shiny one. I DM Dungeons and Dragons, and apparently I can improv horrifying scenes very well. There you go again with you got some talent there. Maybe you can use that to your advantage someday. Who knows? But the way people process incoming information, I have no words. I'm still shocked and amazed. I'm also shocked and amazed both at how I process information and how others are processing information. How are you shocked? Like, what were things, or like how you filter information, or how you consciously perceive it? And what did shock you? Were people way slower than you? Were they faster than you in some aspects? There's so many ways to be different in that regard. Sometimes you talk to someone and think what happens in your head, and when you talk to a person trying to understand what exactly happens in their brain. Yeah, I've had a lot of thoughts like that. Especially where I thought I was being very straightforward, but apparently I wasn't. Happy midnight, thank you. Imagine celebrating every single time it's midnight. Still no shiny, come on. For example, easiest way to understand, have you ever met a person that was unable to count money? Yeah. I did. Some bills and coin on the table, no result. Yeah, I did. Or, I don't know, they weren't able to visualize something in their head, and it was not something complex, but just like, I don't know, a fruit, an apple, something very simple. Where I thought, okay, I I thought that was normal even for children. But the problem is, if you say that out loud, they think, or they accuse you of being arrogant, even though that wasn't my intention. But still, it's strange to me for someone who has a very vivid imagination, since I can remember, basically. Celebrate every hour I'm still alive. Yeah, that's definitely a way to live. Oh, you celebrate every midnight. No, imagine this kind of people exist. Try to cut out the skill from the way you think, not only in counting money, but counting anything. Imagine your life without this. Yeah, that would be very scary, in the same way where I thought, or I pictured, how would it be like if I if I only spoke one language? And I really tried, because to me that's very strange. I was already bilingual when I was a toddler, because that's normal where I am from. And trying to imagine only being able to speak or understand one language, that seems to be very scary to me. I wouldn't want to live that way, but then again, that's because I know multiple languages, and I wouldn't probably not think that way if knowing one language was the norm. Now, when you see the difference, imagine there's some kind of skill that exists in thinking and you're not aware about it at all, and some other people successfully use it every day. Yeah, I've also had these kind of thoughts a lot. And I tried to reach them. And I tried finding ways of reaching things like that, or discovering them. Okay, I think I do feel myself become a bit more tired. I'll see if I get the Marwell or the Aron. If not, I'll try to do this streaming format as often as possible. Found out there's some people that are unable to think abstractly. Yeah, I've also had a discussion like that recently where someone asked me, oh, in what language do you think? And I'm like, I can think without languages. I can think completely in an abstract way, not even shapes. Really, in a mathematical, logical way. And apparently some people aren't... I mean, I did notice that there are people out there that are unable to think like that. They see location, they see a map, and they don't understand how map is related to this location. Sometimes they are, sometimes they do comprehend that, sometimes they don't, but yeah, I've noticed that as well. But I never say that out loud because that does come off as very arrogant, right? So, oh, you can't do that, well, I can. Well, yeah, of course. That doesn't, usually that's not something people want to hear. It is interesting though. And I'm constantly striving to find ways to further my, let's say, not cognitive abilities, but try to use my brain or thinking in ways where I can think more holistically, and especially learning things I wasn't able to do or pull off before. Does take up a lot of energy though, I have to say. People may pay me to hear that, so I have to put this conception into words and teach them this new skills. Yeah, that's the kind of job you do after all. And, well, I think this should be good for today. After all, we've gotten some shinies at least. And join me tomorrow where I go into the Safari Zone and try to get as many shinies as I possibly can. So, until now, thank you so much for being part of the stream. And see you tomorrow. So, goodbye and good night.